You probably heard a million times that progressive overload is the secret to getting stronger. And to be perfectly frank, although it's not part of my program, it really is the best way to get stronger if you can do it. And when you're dealing with low testosterone and lower energy and motivation to work out, progressive overload is a non starter. The dynamics are completely wrong, and I'm going to tell you why. The idea with progressive overload is you're always supposed to be adding more weight, more reps, more sets every week, making it harder and harder. That's what all the gym bros and fitness influencers say, right? But here's why it doesn't work. As you're progressing and overloading, this necessarily means your workouts are getting harder and harder. They're requiring more time, more volume of work, like more sets, and more intensity. So the energy demands of your workouts are getting more and more demanding. Week after week, month after month, year after year, the demands keep increasing. Do you see the problem here for a man suffering from low testosterone and low energy and low motivation and desire to work out? With progressive overload, you're going to be showing up to a more demanding workout all the time. And since your energy is low, it's not magically increasing. You're going to quit. Pure and simple. There's no way around it. Also, for guys in our position, hard work feels, for lack of a better word, yucky. It's draining and exhausting. Other people may find it invigorating. We don't. We're not going to be able to force ourselves to keep doing more and more and more. In fact, we're downright lucky if we can just keep up long term the workout we started with. Here's a simple principle to keep in mind. Figure out what your true purpose in exercising really is. If you aren't aiming to become a bodybuilder, you don't need to be training for a bodybuilder's physique. And if you're not trying to bench 375 pounds, you don't need to work out like you are. For the typical guys I train, do you know what their goal is? They don't want to wind up with a weak bodily structure when they're in their 70s, 80s, and 90s, because your quality of life can be abysmal when that happens. For example, an atrophied body can make you much more prone to injury, and that injury can give you a long period of immobility while you try to recover. This is when your health really downward spirals. And surely you probably know someone to whom this has happened. And what happens is you lose even more muscle mass and bone density while you're immobile. And many times your health never actually gets restored. This is what we want to avoid at all costs.
So that is what they want, but their actionable goal is they want to maintain or increase their muscle mass and make sure they're stressing their bodies enough to maintain bone density as they age. Age is fighting against us from like age 50 onwards. The resistance training we do is how we fight back. This constant showing up to our workout area to get through our 15-minute workout is how we stay engaged in the fight. We're not taking it lying down. We are warriors, and we're going to fight with what we have. So sure, our testosterone might be low and our energy might not be high, but with the right training system in place and with the right approach, and I mean working very strategically, but with the system I help men set up and train them through, the goals we have are achievable. They get the reps in week after week, month after month, and that's what builds a strong, capable body that lasts, the consistency. And the best part is because we're not constantly pushing ourselves for more, 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 it's easy to show up. You won't dread it. It's doable. It's so doable that there's no reason to ever discontinue. And guess what happens with consistency? When you continue, you don't lose your gains. Your body doesn't fall back into that state of disuse, which is where many men are starting from. Hey, Chris, how easy should my workout be? My answer to that is as easy as it needs to be so that you'll show up and do it and continue it month after month, year after year. You need to think of this as a lifestyle, not just a program.
So, if progressive overload isn't the answer, then what should you be doing instead? Well, number one, you want to keep it simple. My guys only do one set per muscle group, which many people will laugh at. So, cue the laughing emojis now because I know they're coming. Second thing, you want to build your workout plan with exercises you don't hate. Number three is you need to keep your sessions short. So you can actually stick to the plan even on the busiest of days, even on holidays. You can't be taking all kinds of days off just because family came to town or it's Thanksgiving season and Christmas season and New Year's festivities. No, you can bang out your 15-minute workout, get right back to your family. because maintaining a strong body really has to be a priority, a top priority. Number four, don't push yourself to the same level all the time. Some days you'll feel strong, some days you won't. That's normal. You just adjust as needed. The point is to keep the habit alive. You don't need to keep the amount of weight alive. So, lightening up on days when you're not feeling it is a great idea for the longevity of your system. And I realize it's tough for us guys to give ourselves permission to do that, to lighten up. As a coach, I almost never find myself telling my guys to go harder. 99% of the time, it's letting them know it's okay to give themselves permission to ease up. We men can be awfully tough on ourselves. The bottom line here is you just need a system that you can stick with, even on your not feeling it days. And that's what the Strength Underground is all about, making strengthening every muscle group in your body something you can actually live with and stay with for life. Believe me, as long as you stay consistent, the results will take care of themselves. Constantly striving towards progressive overload will run you right into a brick wall. So, see my website for details about how we win this game. I've got the entire strategy, philosophy, and system mapped out with transparent pricing. I don't need your contact details. I don't need you to have a sales call with me. I give you all the information up front so you can make up your own mind on your own time with no pressure. If after reading through my website you find that you don't want to work with me personally, maybe you can take some of the ideas from there and implement them into your own life. Create your own system of exercise. I only want the best for you. So, peace, my friends.